Donk fell off. It was only a matter of time before teams developed a counter for him, and that is Vertigo. If we take a look at Donk's stats on HLTV and we look at prior to these red ratings against Mouz and Astralis, we can see there's a whole line of green for a couple months, and the last time he did poorly was against VP back in October, so that's about a 4-month span. So what went wrong with Donk, and why did he struggle against Astralis and Mouz, showing his worst ratings in a couple months? So you can see one common denominator is Vertigo. So let's go ahead and see why Donk struggled on this map. When it comes to Vertigo, Donk is playing B Anchor, which is kind of weird because you look at his other CT side positions like Ancient Middle, Anubis Cave, Mirage A Connector, and so on. These positions put him in the best place for his playstyle, where he can have so much impact, a lot of engagement, take a lot of fights, using his best strengths, which is his aim and confidence. Now playing B Anchor on Vertigo takes a lot away from what makes Donk a great player. Let's first take a look at the Astralis Spirit best of 1 matchup where it went to Vertigo, and Pimp says it best here.
I'll tell you what this is. This is a sign of respect from Astralis. They're trying to force this game into a map that they're not feeling comfortable on. Spirit have only, as I said, played it once. They haven't played it this year. They haven't played it on lane apart from the Bedboon tournament. So this is unknown territory in a sense for Spirit. Whereas perhaps are showing a bit of respect in the video, trying to force Spirit into unknown territory. And then I like what Astralis is doing, but it's a massive sign of respect for the kid in your screen.
So what happened against Astralis? Well, in a lot of these rounds, Donk would start off B by himself, and he gets forced back by one flash while his teammate Matches is holding mid. As the B Anchor, you're playing a more passive style which does not suit Donk. Matches comes back from mid and he's going to help out Donk, where they go into this CT setup on B, which is not really good. Let's look at from Astralis' POV what they did. Blame F throws a flash while Yabby and Device push in to take stairs. Astralis did this the whole match, where they would send multiple players into B stairs early on to go ahead and take stairs control because they know how much of a threat Donk is. 2 rounds later, same situation happens. Donk gets flashed and he's by himself, so he is forced to fall back, and then he's going to play more passive from sight here. And then you're going to see that Donk gets timing here as he's going to pull out the smoke at the wrong time. The flash comes in over and then he looks away and gets punished. Part of the reason why that we see Astralis focus a lot of resources and players towards B at the start is because of Donk. We know how much of an aggressive player he can be. So Astralis definitely wanted to put multiple players here instead of having one default. Perfect utility usage from Astralis early on to take stairs control, multiple players there, Device with an op holding. We have to give a lot of credit to Astralis, who really frustrated Donk in this matchup. So this is the flash that set up Yabby for that frag that blinded Donk. In the following round, Spirit on Eco, and you're going to see Astralis come at Donk again, and this time they're going to fully execute the B site, throwing all these Molotovs that will force any CTs out of position. Perfect entering by Astralis, who swung with multiple players at the same time and trades out Donk instantly, making it really hard for Donk to multi-frag. This was really good fundamentals. This is Donk's POV in slow-mo when he swung out the smoke, and you see 2 players instantly peeking him. A round later, and it's late into the round, Astralis are coming into B. Again, they swing with multiple players and trade out Donk. Remember towards the beginning where I showed Astralis heavily focusing on taking stairs control with 3 players and then Molotov and Wood, boosting Yabby and Device covering from the back lines? Well, they do the same exact play again, and this time around it's the Device with the op taking out Donk. Not once on the CT side did Donk play in a forward position towards Wood or Spirit sending Matches to help take stairs control. Donk was very limited to playing passive. Astralis were able to shut down Donk with great team play, but at the same time, Team Spirit really limited his opportunities as he mainly played around the B site and not engaging early on or having any aggressive plays. In the second half, it was all about Donk's aim. Since Donk got shut down the first half, he really didn't get into a groove and went cold, missing multiple shots. In these 2 clips, he has his opportunity to frag the CT from behind when they're not looking, misses his shots at the Yabby, and then does not finish Device. Spirit go on to pull back an insane comeback to win this game despite Donk's poor performance. Mouz played Spirit the next day in a 2-0 matchup, and they saw Spirit and Donk struggle on Vertigo, so they picked Vertigo, and let's see what they cooked up with. Spirit knew this pick was coming and came up with a new game plan to try to activate Donk more towards his B site. Remember, Team Spirit did not contest stairs once in that Astralis matchup, and in this map against Mouz, they did so at least 3 times. So if I'm Mouz, when watching that Spirit Astralis demo, I know that Spirit are going to start going more aggressive towards stairs, so Suhi the IGL and Cyclone the coach definitely had a game plan to counter that. So what Astralis did really well, even though we didn't see that in the Spirit matchup, was contest stairs by sending multiple players towards stairs early on to trade and using utility to take stairs control. Last round of the half, Spirit sent 3 players to fight for stairs control with the help of Shiro, who then leaves, and they aren't going to hold stairs, they're actually going to go aggressive, double swing dry, which Donk gets Torsy and then instantly trade out. One way to try to stop this aggressive play towards stairs is by setting your opper to post up on top of the stairs. Torsy misses, then he actually has another opportunity when Donk swings but misses again. The first half ends and Donk finishes with 5 frags out of 12 rounds, and he ends with a rating of a 0.74. On the T side, he couldn't get it going either. That's credit due to Mouz because they had triple swings going on to him. See their top ramp, and then here's a triple swing from B side. I want to focus more on that CT side from Donk. Spirit had to go back to the drawing boards to get Donk into these early duels or high engagement positions. You're not doing him any justice by leaving him on the B side to anchor. Donk's playstyle is more suited for A ramp where you're a lot more active and there's a lot more action duels and plays that you can make there. I would love to see Donk's position get changed with one of the A players Zontix, but I don't know if it's too late with the major coming around the corner. If you recall the map positions that I showed earlier in the video, these positions on different maps have high engagement, high duels, allows him to be much more active and more impactful. Those positions allow him to be at his best, to use his strengths, which is his great aim, confidence, aggression. Until then, Donk will need to have a new set of tools and plays that he can do towards B. The same situation happens with Robs being FaZe's best player holding ramp on Nuke CT's side. FaZe has rounds where they rotate Robs to different positions to allow him to be more active, but also Robs has developed his own plays to go aggressive solo towards ramp. The next day, Spirit 2-0 Heroic punching their ticket to the major with Donk back to his former self leading the way, although they did not play Vertigo. Now moving forward, it'll be interesting to see what's going to happen with their Vertigo. Will we continue to see Donk fall off the map? What adjustments will be made? And also with Team Spirit being one of the best teams in the world and Donk being one of the best players, every team is watching and studying them closely. They're going to have to figure out ways to adjust. Chippy chippy choppa choppa doopy doopy dappa dappa.